All right, and we are live on social media. And to our listening and viewing audience, welcome to the Impact Radio Show, presented by the Florida Star newspaper. This is your host, Nahshon. You are in for a treat on tonight. Once again, you're listening to the Impact Radio Show, presented by the Florida Star newspaper. I want you to do business with one of the oldest Black-owned newspapers in the South, the Florida Star newspaper. Go to thefloridastar.com, thefloridastar.com, and subscribe, purchase, do business, promote your product, your service, your event. We have over 30,000 subscribers in South Georgia and North Florida. We have digital, we have print, and we have radio. So do business with one of the oldest Black-owned newspapers in the South. The Impact Radio Show is live. We're in the booth. If we have any digital errors, please understand this is the new normal, and we're in the spring. I want to offer just a few words of encouragement. Coming from the Old Testament, Job chapter 14, verse 7, it says, "At least there is hope for a tree. If it is cut down, it will sprout again, and its new shoots will not fail." And what that means is that, listen, for some of us, last year was ferocious. It really ate us up at the faith. It ate us up mentally, spiritually, physically. Some of us have experienced death. We've lost loved ones to this pandemic. But what the word is sharing with us is that the God of the Bible, the God of the book, basically is the God of resurrection. And even though you may be cut down, this is the season to spring back. The only thing worse than a setback is a comeback, and a comeback like never before. And we want to build you up. We want you to operate in the spirit of excellence, knowing that your Redeemer lives and there is hope for tomorrow and there's joy for your sorrow. Thank you for tuning in to the Impact Radio Show, presented by the Florida Star newspaper. I'm about to go around the room real quick. I got my man in his red, black, and green. We got Minister Mikhail. How you doing on tonight? You got to unmute yourself. See, that's what happens when Vanessa take over. She started telling everybody, mute. Everybody unmute something. I don't know what I'm messing with you. Mr. Mikhail, all you had, unmute yourself for me, please. You got to hit the button to the right.
Tap to speak.
You got to do it again.
I got it now, brother. Go ahead.
Yes. Talk to us, Minister Mikhail. Tell us who you are, who you with.
I'm Minister Mikhail Muhammad, Nubians United for Self-Defense, formerly a 3-star officer of the New Black Panther Party. I started this organization in the year 2019, but due to the COVID, I didn't get off the ground. So just really starting to pick up momentum at this present time and building a movement for Jacksonville and beyond Jacksonville.
All right. And tell us about that red, black, and green.
The red is for the blood that the people shed.
Mm.
And the black is for universal, meaning the black man and woman is universal. The earth belongs to us. We are the rightful owners. And of course, the green is the earth.
Okay.
And therefore, brother, it's our time to rise. It's our time to take our place as universal rulers and leaders of this world. As you know and others know, the Caucasian and others have destroyed a lot of this universe. And therefore, it's upon the black man and woman to take their rightful place and get back up and rise up, clean up, and bring about complete constructive change.
Copy that. Yes. And you have an event coming up. Tell us about this event that you have coming up.
This event is bringing in attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, who is president of Black Lawyers for Justice. He's very concerned about the ongoing assault on the Black community. As you just recently saw the other day, we lost brother Dante Wright in Minnesota, my correction. And a lot of it is due to we don't know how to interact with law enforcement. And a lot of these murders or deaths by law enforcement can be prevented. But we have to educate the community. So this is the purpose of Attorney Malik coming to Jacksonville to do a legal seminar. So everybody in the Black community, especially young people, should attend. It's a free event, so there's no excuses. And it's Saturday, April the 17th at 7:30 at B Sun Art Gallery, 2422 North Myrtle Avenue. And again, it's free to the public.
Awesome. And we're going to come back and revisit that. We're still doing check-ins. Mr. Trey Ford.
All right, I got that mute on the first try. I made sure I took my time.
Go ahead. Talk to the people. Tell us about your organization and the purpose of the Black Films. Talk to us.
So Black Films Matter, we're film programmers, which basically means we put together film events or we coordinate the watching of films. Specifically, what we do or what we specialize in is doing a dynamic experience around a film that we think is going to be heartfelt or right for the time. And so an example of that would be we did a private showing of Judas and the Black Messiah, where everybody came in Black Panther themed attire. And, you know, we were able to watch those in 2 theaters by ourselves, you know, with our advertisements and the promotion of some other films and some other projects going on in Jacksonville. So we kind of take over a theater. We also done a drive-in movie. So we did a drive-in movie over at One Bridge or over with One Bridge, but in the parking lot behind JCPenney. Make Regency great again was our slogan or our campaign for that. And really, we just try to put people in a space where they can be proud of their heritage. Younger people can learn about their heritage through some type of creative edutainment is kind of a buzzword that people use. We try to highlight just all Black everything. And so I think through film, we're able to do that twofold because we try to focus on stories that are either historical, but also inspirational, as well as just, you know, simple stories like just about love, you know, for example. And so upcoming, we have Ebony Payne English in her independent film. So Kuangoza, it's her 6th studio album and her first film. So this is her film writing debut. And we did a smaller showing for the cast and crew and some special guests at the main library, which we did outdoors in the courtyard. But this time we want to do theatrical so we can bring in all that sound because again, it's a spoken word / rap hour hip hop album as well. So it's not just a film. So kind of multiple folds all in one.
I love it. I love it. Miss Vanessa.
Hey, y'all.
What you got in the background? Is that
He
Denmark's
said-
in the back? What's that? What is that?
He said, make Regency great again. Make the South Side Black again. Come on, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it, Jacksonville. We can do it. This is my uncle's spot. I'm going to get out the way so you can see his face on the picture. That's my uncle, Ernest. So my father's uncle. He has the oldest Black-owned business in Atlantic Beach. It supports the Florida Star. You can buy a Florida Star there. It's called the Voussoir. It's the oldest run business in Atlantic Beach, period. It's been around forever. So Black, white, whatever, but it happens to be owned by my uncle. This is why I'm a beach girl. Just wanted to, represent. If Opio's looking out, he knows what's up,
He's looking down.
Representing for the beach girls.
He looking over. I'm messing with you. I love Opio. But yes, she's beach and bougie. And Ms. Vanessa gives us the 411 of what's going on in Duval and the surrounding areas. But listen, we're going to get ready for our first break. I want to make sure that to our listening audience, stay locked, stay loaded, because we've got some great information that's going to be brought to you as soon as we get back from these messages. This is your host, Nahshon Nixon. You listen to the Impact Radio Show. Now, Minister Mikhail, I need you to unmute yourself again and tell the people about this event in like 10 seconds and how they can register or if that's even needed.
Hold on. Okay, you hear me now?
Yes.
So go back and ask your question.
Okay, when is your event? Do people have to register?
My event is April the 17th at 7:30 p.m. at the B Sun Art Gallery, 2422 North Myrtle Avenue, Jacksonville, Florida.
Awesome, awesome. And Mr. Ford, I need you to tell the people about your upcoming event, how they can contact you.
The best way to contact us is at Black Films Matter on Instagram We're more active on Instagram than anything else. And the next event, July 4th, you're hearing it here first. July 4th, that's a Sunday. It's going to be a theatrical screening debut, as well as the second and last Kuangoza screening in Jacksonville before she takes it on tour.
Y'all gotta
so
go.
July 4th, the
Y'all
last
gotta go.
one. So what's that?
Y'all gotta go. Everybody's gotta go.
Oh yeah, they gotta go. I mean, and so this is and just, this is a Duval native, homegrown screenwriter, educator, poet. She shares a mural with Zora Neale Hurston, who it was a pioneer in the Harlem Renaissance. And this is the Jacksonville Renaissance right here. We back in the 20s, baby.
I love it. I love it. And
so Black
and
Films Matter on Instagram.
Yes. And I got to put a little quick shameless plug for those of you that may not know. I'm also the CEO of the First Coast Leadership Foundation. We have a virtual memorial fundraiser for in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And it's entitled Life, Love, and Unity. And our guest speakers are former Sheriff Nat Glover, the first Black sheriff of JSO, and Dr. Diana Green with DCPS. And we got some other guests. One of my homegirls, Miss Tanika Hughes, is going to be speaking, sharing greetings, as well as some other folks that you may know throughout the city. And to register, if you're in Duval, to register, all you got to do is text MLK 2021 to register, or text to 74121. That's text to 74121, or text MLK 2021 to 74121. That's MLK 2021 to 74121. All right. And once again, this is a free event. It is a fundraiser, and we believe in giving back to the community through STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. We also do social, emotional, and academic learning through mentoring and martial arts. We do mentoring to thrive. We do environmental social governance. We do community advocacy. And we're right here in the urban core on Pearl. 2049 North Pearl Street, and I call it a communiversity. That's my shameless plug. Thank you so much, and we would love to see you during that epic moment on April the 21st at 8 a.m. Miss Vanessa, I'm glad that you talked about your uncle's restaurant and business. Also, I want to highlight the cover story because it's not too late. You got one more day to purchase the Florida Star newspaper. Can you tell us about this cover story pertaining to women in prisons?
Yes. So in particular, I wrote the story about the Coleman camp, which is a part of the Coleman Federal Corrections Facility. It's the largest federal corrections facility in the United States, and it happens to be in Florida. And side note, if you know about the toxic water in Tampa that's happening, that's near there. So there's some backup of water near Tampa that is surrounded by nuclear waste, and it's on threat to kind of explain. So much is going on in this state, guys. Please get your copy of the Florida Star today. I mean, it's so much, so many great stories, but this story in particular was talking about first Legionnaire's disease that happened. It was an outbreak, and then COVID and coronavirus came. So it's never really been a safe space. On top of communicable diseases, there has been an issue with the officers there. The camp is only women. The rest of the inmates happen to be, or the rest of the incarcerated people happen to be male. So unfortunately, these women in the camp get brutalized and mistreated, and there's been several suits against some of the people. One of the officers committed suicide on the campgrounds in the COVID areas. This happened not too long ago. It's still under investigation, but man, I mean, they're trying to move these ladies now, and the community is crying out because even though, these are incarcerated people, their families live nearby, Miami, Atlanta, they're used to commuting to a certain area. So now people may have to travel hours and days to get to their loved one because they want to move them, possibly, keeping some of these other allegations under hush hush.
Wow.
It's really crazy. Yeah.
And we do appreciate you doing your investigative reporting as well. I'm about to pivot over to Minister Mikhail Muhammad. And I need you to kind of talk for just a moment or so about the audience that's needed for this lecture with Minister Attorney Shabazz.
They're young people. As you see all over America every day, it's our young people that are having engagements with law enforcement, white supremacists, and they're ill-prepared. They don't quite understand what's going on. Law enforcement, they're taught to kill. They're not taught to mediate. We had a young brother in Youngerman Circle at the hotel. He was having a domestic dispute with his girlfriend. They called law enforcement 3 times. The 3rd time, brother lost his life. What we have to do and what we need to do is develop a response team that can step in, and we can save the lives of these young men and women that are engaging with law enforcement. On the other hand, the event is a legal course, legal training, seminar, how to engage with law enforcement. It's very important. So Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz is touring all over America. He's been in about 20 different states already. So he decided to come to Jacksonville. I think it's important. Our young people, they need this. Everybody's listening, the police department. I noticed that I'm being monitored even more now because of this event, but we're gonna carry on and do what we do best. We're in the business to save our people. Save them before others get their hands on them, because when the enemy gets their hands on them, it's normally a lockup or either a death sentence. So we're in a state of war, and it demands that we pay attention now. We can no longer sleepwalk.
And now, can you share with me? Because, like I said, you would think in 2021 that it'd be a level playing field for us, being that America's a melting pot of so many different nationalities. Based on your experience and what you've seen, Minister Mikhail, why does it seem that it typically leans towards Black death when it comes to police interactions? And typically what I hear is the former president said, well, white men are also being shot by police. But when you look at the numbers, this overwhelmingly leaning towards African-American males or Black males. Based on your experience, why do you think that is? What do you think the underlying issue is?
Well, the majority of police departments are white male dominated. We have to develop our own security now. Since we're paying taxes, why not demand to the government that we train our own law enforcement, and then we hold them accountable? But as long as there's a white male and female dominance in the law enforcement, we're going to continue to have the same problems. We had all the protests last year, but that didn't change anything, as you have saw.
So, and now some people will say, well, what we do is we'll seek for more Black recruits to be in law enforcement. Is that what I'm hearing, or you're saying no, we'll rather support a Black arm pertaining to community policing based on Nubians United for Defense?
Well, the original Black Panthers showed us a model that we can defend and protect our communities. We must do that. That is our job as Black men, to protect, provide security, safety, and an environment where our children, our women, and elders can move around. That's our job. Traditional law enforcement has failed Black America like no other time. We no longer can deny that. We have to address this, and we have to sit down with our representatives and say, we're not happy with traditional law enforcement, because what happens is when they have an engagement with us, normally there's a shooting, assault by law enforcement, and I'm not going to deny we have a black on black crime problem in our communities. We must change the dynamics now and say to ourselves, what was yesterday is not working today. Our young people today have truly bought into this is a colorblind society. There's a lot of anger in white law enforcement. They feel like the average young black man has gotten too far. He's out of control. So therefore, it's their duty, it's their job to check you. And if it means taking your life, or if it means abusing you, they're willing to do it over and over again. Law enforcement cannot be judge, jury, and executioner. But every day we see the defense of that. Well, he was resistant and things of that nature. But we have to demand a change and a drastic change, unless you're going to continue to see the Dante Wrights and the Michael Hughes.
All right, and duly noted. And like I said, I don't ever try to use people's pain as a promotion opportunity, because that's somebody's son, that's somebody's husband, that's somebody's father, and our condolences are out there for those families. You know,
yes, sir.
Gardners, Philando Castile, like I said, it goes on and on.
On and on and on.
Jamie Johnson, it goes on and on, locally as well as abroad. And we talked to the Ben Frasers, and we talked to other community leaders like yourself, and we really do appreciate that that you all are standing in the gap in that arena. Listen, call out the date for that event. And how the people can register for that event. And then we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back with Mr. Ford at the cookbook and Miss Vanessa as far as community updates.
Okay. They can contact me on Facebook. They can inbox me. Mikhail Muhammad, Nubians United for Defense. The event is April the 17th at 7:30 p.m. at the B-Sun Art Gallery, 2422 North Myrtle Avenue, Jacksonville, Florida.
Mr. Ford, if you can call out your contact information for everybody.
Yes, sir. On Instagram, I'm at TreySolo7. My email address is info@treyford.com. That's TREYFORD, or info@TREYFORD.com. And then Black Films Matter and Kuangoza Film. That's our next project. And also, if you're in Jacksonville, Culture Lounge, Jax. We're up here right now every Thursday, 7 to 11 p.m.
Yes. Hey, and I want you to tell Mr. Brandon at the cookbook, I want my wings. Tell him I love my wings from the cookbook. Y'all hear me right there on the corner of Pearl and 8th. I'm telling you right now, the cookbook got some good wings. The music is good and the food is hot.
Yes.
That's it. That's it right there. You say welcome home when you get in the door.
Yes. And I love my mama in the back too, because mama be back there cooking it up. I love my shrimp and grits. Yes. I love it. And I believe Miss Vanessa has checked me again with her beach and bougie self with the Culture Lounge. And I've been reading some comments on social media from Anthony Brown. Thank you for chiming in. I call him my cousin. And basically, with that being said, Amos Wilson, Dr. Claude Anderson.
Yes.
There's a lot of folks that have, because if you go back to Carter G. Woodson, he says that the Black man should not necessarily be punished. He should be studied. And a lot of our behavior, I can go on and on, but like I said, we got so much access to so much information that it almost dilutes validated voices, if that makes sense. And people are trying to get instant famous, but they're not really making an impact with the information. But he does kind of keep us on point with basically historical data from economists as well as psychologists and behavioralists that have identified with issues pertaining to Black males in America that are different than any other nationality.
Yes.
And Mr. Ford, he's got a great film coming up. Call out that word in Swahili one more time.
Kuangoza, Ebony Payne English's first film, debut.
Kuangoza, and what does it mean?
It means lead or guide in Swahili.
Yes.
Lead or guide. She's a pioneer for sure.
And when is this event?
This event is July 4th. So 4th of July, Sunday evening, prepare for the first theatrical release. We already did a private screening, but it was outdoor screening. This is the first time indoors with all the sound and all that good stuff. And then I'm gonna go ahead and spill the beans. Afterwards, there's gonna be a little block party at the other mural in Arlington. So make Regency great again, or at least the Arlington area. That's not really Regency, but.
Yes. I got some concepts to help with Regency and to leverage, because Regency was a thriving area as well as the Gateway Shopping Center. And typically what happens is when we look at renewal, it means gentrification. And my concept is more revitalization, meaning I don't think that we have to keep pushing the people out in order for the equity to be reinvested. And like I said, if there's a way that we can leverage local tax breaks, state tax breaks, federal tax breaks, bringing in the business and the entertainment community, so that way we can help our own become even more empowered. So, but we'll go to that in another broadcast. I gotta bounce over to my girl. Bam, that's your bounce pass. I need you to alley-oop and dunk it for me, Miss Vanessa. What's going on in Duval? What do the people need to be aware of?
First and foremost, happy birthday. Today happens to be Anthony's birthday. So happy birthday, Anthony Brown. Yes, it's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother Anthony Brown.
With us, we appreciate it. Really quick, as you know, we got the Minister Mikhail's event coming up. Trey Ford is always at the Culture Lounge on Thursday. He just posted his list of things, so please go follow him, check and see what's going on every Thursday there. If you remember, I said Quad City DJs are going to be at that River Jams concert series, so that's going to be happening on the 22nd. If you notice, there's a lot of traffic downtown on some random Thursdays, it's because they have the River Jam concert series happening over where the landing used to be, is what I'm going to call it. On top of that, this Saturday as well is the real life comedy tour at the Veterans Memorial Arena. But Trey is showing us a little indoor look at the Culture Lounge right now. It's always on and popping. So please, if you're safe and you would like to go out, it looks like there's a vibe happening right now.
So it's a vibe. Listen, everybody, I am going to put one more shameless plug out there. The First Coast Leadership Foundation, our mission is to shift our city streets from battlegrounds to playgrounds. In order for us to be effective, it can be expensive, meaning that it's a collective effort where everybody's able to do their part, either through mentoring, through giving back, through time, your talent, and treasure. But the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Virtual Breakfast fundraiser is April the 21st at 8 a.m. And if you want to register for this free event, register by texting MLK 2021 to 74121. Text MLK 2021 to 74121. And I want you to understand, this is not his birthday. This is his memorial.
Yes.
Dr. Martin Luther King is quoted for saying that if a man has nothing to die for, then he doesn't really have a purpose for living.
That's right.
And I believe that Dr. King died for life, love, and unity.
Yes.
And my thing is that when I look at an open hand, that's division. And divided, we fell. But when you close that fist, united, we prevail. Right. And power to the people. Listen, everybody, as I always say, knowledge is power. Knowledge of self is powerful. Knowledge of God is a source of all power. Please get up, get out, and support the Florida Star newspaper, floridastarnewspaper.com. As I always say, I love you, God bless you, and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Listen, we got to do this again. I love y'all. And if y'all have any updates, please let us know. The Florida Star Impact Radio Show, we got your back.
Thank you. Peace, love, and power.